We're live.
We're live.
We're live.
Hi. Oh, we're live. Okay. So welcome everyone to BB Breakdown 902. I'm Melissa. Lindsay is my partner in BB Breakdown. We are two Nova Scotia girls who come to you live every week to talk about Big Brother Canada and Big Brother US respectively when their season's airing. We didn't come to you for like the last week and a half because we've been on the go and busy with our own lives and schedules. So this is the first opportunity we've had to reconvene since finale. It was an awesome finale. So we're going to talk a bit about that. And then at the end, since we have no spoilers to spoil for you, we will talk being a Big Brother super fans all weekend and following their travels in Niagara for the finale party. So we'll just start off by talking finale. So the final four were Ika, of course, Dimitris, Karen, and Kevin. And Ika ultimately ended up getting voted out because Kevin used his veto on her. Were you surprised that he didn't use it on Ika? We kind of touched on this last episode, but we'll backtrack a bit. Were you surprised he didn't use it on Ika, or were you not surprised that he voted her out?
I was not surprised. I think she would have been pissed if she. They were a partnership, and I think like it was whoever won it, and I think she wasn't mad, and I think he made the right choice for him.
And then, so we see Kevin boot Ika. Ika goes out really gracefully, and we segue into the final HOH. And Dimitris wins part one. Part two is won by Kevin. Kevin Dimitris go to final two, and Kevin.
You sound so bored. You're like Kevin.
Oh, I'm just like retelling it. Sorry, guys. I just finished a 12-hour day, so I'm a little tired. So Kevin ends up being the winner of the final HOH. And maybe why I'm so monotone is because I'm really just like, yes, Kevin won out. He did a great job winning out, but like I just felt like I wanted either Dimitris or Ika. In my opinion, they were the two players in the final four that best represented their season. And I just really wanted to see one of those two players in final two. And as much as Kevin deserved his final two, and you know he had or final HOH, and he had the choice to bring Karen, which was the easy go to bring to final two. I just really wanted to see who I thought best represented the season. And again, I feel like somebody made it to final two that didn't really represent their season. So
You
that's
don't
kind of
think
how.
you don't think he played hard in the last like little bit of the game?
Yeah, he did. I just think overall, if you're looking at the season of BB Ken 5, he's a great winner, like in that he won out in the end and did what he had to do to get to the final two. I just think if you're going to remember BB Ken 5, you're going to remember Ika and Dimitris. You're not
But
going to
but
remember what.
in a sense then, like I totally understand what you're saying, but in a way they won. Like, do you know what I mean? Like they got the fame and they got like they're on a high right now. They don't even seem like sad. They're getting more press than Kevin, which in a sense is them winning. Like they were the Canada's vote, right? Like really. So I think that like yeah, they may not have got the money, but I guess I'm just like I've made peace with Kevin winning. I would have liked to seen Dimitris like get it in the end, but Kevin studied harder, and I was surprised to see that Karen didn't even get a vote. But that's why I think I made peace with Kevin winning, just because I kind of figure like if Ika and Dimitris can put it behind them, like so can I, and so I do think he played the better game out of the two that were remaining, and Dimitris just didn't study enough, and that's just the way sometimes the chips fall. It's a bit disappointing, and I totally hear you, but I think, sometimes it shakes out and you're just like, oh, you know.
I guess. Um,
Good chat.
were you surprised though? So we all know Kevin was the winner, but were you surprised with when they did like the next day and they did like the post finale talk with Arissa on Facebook Live? Were you surprised with how bitter the jury was towards Ika's game. Because I really was.
I didn't watch it, but I watched them like when they were asking the jury like their questions and stuff like that. Like clearly there was some resentment and some frustration there, and I think haters are gonna hate, and I think editing is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it is, but like literally, like Arisa asked them in Facebook Live, like if Demetres and Ika would have made it to final two, who would you have voted for? And the only person that put up their hand for Ika was Cindy with an S. Everyone else voted for Demetres. So does that surprise you to hear me tell you this?
A little bit, just because I think she was the brains and he was the brawn. You know what I mean? Like he definitely played like a more physical game, but she played, a brain game. And I think like it's probably just ill will. It's probably just bad feelings. Like they all just feel bad. That I don't know. I don't know. That's a weird. I'm surprised by those results.
I was a little shocked, and I don't know. Like I think that the cast will be surprised with Ika's game when they sit back and watch it and really see like the hand she had in this season. Like they did see it in the house and they all know they got Ika, but in the same sense, they were just holding this bitterness towards her, kind of in your face honesty toward them. And I don't know. I can't believe no one could stand up and say, yeah, she outplayed me. Like
yeah.
Deserves to win because she outplayed every single one of us. And the only person that could recognize that was Cindy with an S. So anyhow, so that being said,
Big Brother Ant is not happy with the winner either.
No. Who did you want to win Big Brother Ant? I'm curious.
He said, I want anyone to win besides Kevin.
No.
Anyone.
No, I think Kevin deserved to win over Karen. I just don't think he deserved to win over Demetres and Ika. That's my personal opinion, but in my opinion, doesn't decide the winner of the game. So I'm just here to talk about it with you all. So let's move. You want to move on to a finale and after the finale and all the shenanigans that went on there?
Yeah. Did you? I did want to ask you what you thought about Netta's behavior at the finale.
Okay, so anybody watching this, and if Netta ever watches it back, which I'm highly doubtful she will, but like I always will be 100% supportive of Netta. I think that I would hope that the producers kind of pre-warned her a little bit that, she might be facing some tough questions ahead. However, if she didn't, she's a smart enough player to realize that the questions and how they're being asked to her were villainizing her.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that she deserved the villain edit that she got to begin with. And I think that anybody in that situation that is portrayed that way or is constantly just like having these questions directed at you in like almost not a demeaning way, but like poking at you kind of way, any human will get defensive, even the most confident person. I know I would have got defensive too. And coming out of a house where you're sequestered for how many months were they sequestered for? 3 months, where you are not, you don't get touch with any form of reality whatsoever, or any person actually knows the person you are. I would have found it difficult too. And Netta is a confident person, and I just think that she was trying to respond to the questions as best she could. And if anyone followed her on Snapchat after the fact, she was kind of poking fun at like the fans and just how over the top they've been with small remarks or how they've interpreted her remarks to be. Just for example, with her Snapchat with Mumsy, she was like, "Oh my God, Mumsy, are you prepared for the backlash that you're going to face by being in a Snapchat with me? Are you prepared for it?" Like she was kind of like poking fun of it. So I think she's trying to like joke it off and like laugh it off, but at the same time, she is human, and anybody that is faced with that scrutiny, even the strongest person, I think, still would get a bit defensive. So that's my.
Yeah, and I think she knew that she got a bad edit, and I think in Jury House, what I saw was her trying to not even, I wouldn't say clean up her behavior, because again, this could not be really who she was, but she seemed to be more positive and forgiving and open in the Jury House. And then so my position or my feelings about her had changed a little bit. I was like, oh, like she knows it's just a game, she's having fun, blah blah blah. Like, even like when Cindy got all riled up about Bruno coming in, and she was like, don't worry about it, like, be the bigger person, you lost, just like own it and whatever. But then it was tough, because I think you're making a good point about the fact that, like, when you poke somebody so many times, they're totally going to bite. And I think, like, her behaving by, like, giving the middle finger on live television isn't, a mature way to act. But at the same time, I think she was really frustrated. And, yeah, I don't know. Like, I felt kind of bad for her, because I think she tried, and then she just got pushed back down into the gutter, but I think she'll be fine. Like, she's a hardcore player. She's like Janelle from Big Brother US. Like, you just always, like, you're like, oh, I like you, I hate you, I like you, I hate, like, for me anyway. Like, I totally get it. I respect the game, so
Always will be a fan. Don't care what anybody has to say about her online. If you watched her season, you watched the feeds, and then after the fact, you watched every podcast she's ever been in, because I have, because I love her and I love Big Brother. If you've watched every podcast, then you know Netta is like super sarcastic with like a super dry sense of humor. And some people don't get that. And I will forever be her number one fan. Like, I will defend whatever she does or says, because it's the edit she got. And people say, oh, watch the feeds, watch the feeds. Yeah, I did watch the feeds, guys. And I think she got a poor edit. And if you watch back season 2 with feeds, you'll understand why. Period.
yeah.
Just saying.
Big Brother Ant is against Netta as well. He's just, he or she,
Or,
I'm not sure. But anyway, everyone's entitled to their opinion, because it's a game, and who cares?
so, okay, I guess moving forward, did you tune into any of what happened after?
I saw that Tim came, which was exciting, and I saw that Phil and Raul and Kelsey and Tim and his boyfriend all are on this road trip together. I should also mention that the night before the finale, I was walking to work, or walking to the subway home from work, and I saw Kelsey's sister and knew her right away. And they were literally like as close as like this camera is to me. Like, it was like, and I saw them and I panicked, and I just took a picture of them from behind, because I didn't want to go up to them and be like, oh, hi. But they held hands. He was very loving. They were very loving to one another. And then he ran across the street and he left them. And she was like, Phil, wait. And, and that was it. And I followed them for a little while. And I felt creepy. And I knew the hotel they were staying at.
That's funny.
No, it's creepy. But yeah,
No,
I've only been watching them because I follow all of them on social. I really like them. I don't really follow many others, but I don't know why. I really like Phil and Kelsey on Snapchat and Instagram.
I followed them all weekend, because I just love Big Brother and I love seeing the shenanigans that happens in Niagara. And Snapchat has added this whole new dimension to being able to follow these people around and be their super fans that I am, or a stan if you would call me one. And it was a lot that went down. I was a little mind boggled by it all. I guess the BBOT sisters were invited, which OTT, whatever, over the top sister that won, the one sister that won, and the other sister that was on this online Big Brother that we didn't have access to. Anyway,
I don't even know what that is, but okay.
They had the Big Brother right after last season that you could only get if you had CBS All Access Pass. You could watch it 24 hours a day. It was like an online Big Brother they did last summer, and apparently it did quite well. And rumor has it that it's going to continue on for a second season, as per Evil Dick today. And anyways, so these two sisters come up, the winner and her sister, who was also on the season, they were there. And then Natalie was there and Michelle was there. And anyways, from what I can tell from that is that John and Morgan are awfully close, because I was watching the snaps and I was also watching what was unfolding on Twitter, which anyway, and then it seemed like Natalie was like following Ramsey around everywhere too, from what I could tell on Snapchat. I don't know, don't quote me on it, but it was all quite entertaining. They all seemed to have a great time at this Big Brother friggin' finale this year. And
didn't they get a noise complaint? I saw something like that.
Yeah, Ramsey got a noise complaint. I'm not sure why, but he didn't specify.
Probably because he was loud.
Probably. They probably all were loud. But from what I can tell from Snapchat, they all had a good time, and I enjoyed watching their Snapchats and their posts on Instagram. So it seemed like it was a good weekend. Aside from that, I couldn't really tell that any other drama really ensued out of the weekend. Big Brother Ant, if you want to add I know you were following along too with their Snapchats. If you have anything to add, feel free to chime in. But yeah, no.
Oh, he said Natalie was with Alec a lot, not Ramsey. LOL.
No, if you go back to the
you're like, if you go back to 23-hour 72-minute.
No, but I guess you can't go back to the Snapchats. But like when they were going to Niagara, you could hear her in every video going, Ramsey, 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 Ramsey. And she would be sitting by him, and like she just kept screaming his name, and then there'd be pictures on her with Ramsey and screaming Ramsey's name. So I don't know. And then Ramsey wrote this really cryptic, and I don't know if this has anything to do with Natalie, but he wrote this like cryptic Snapchat saying, sorry guys, like I haven't really been posting that much to Snapchat because how did he word it? He's like, oh, the vibe the past 24 hours just hasn't been what I expected it to be. I'm just going to chill out in my room by myself for a bit. So then he posted like that cryptic message, and I was like, oh, I wonder if it has anything to do with the bus ride there and all the Natalie is screaming of Ramsey's, but I don't know. This is just hearsay, so hopefully I don't get sued by her. But anyway, I just found it, I know sometimes Big Brother US people are invited and that's cool, but like I just didn't really understand the connection of those house guests with these house guests, but apparently there is, no matter what, there's Big Brother connection going on. So
yeah, there were a couple. I was surprised to see Kenny there, which made me happy because he never comes out.
Well, he goes to the finale. He went last year.
Did he? He just never seems to do anything. One that surprises me that just kind of disappeared, and I think he's still around, but Arlie. Like I feel like Arlie kind of like he always shows up and he gets too rowdy or whatever, but like I don't know what his deal is. Like I don't even know why he wasn't on this season. He should have been.
Yeah, well, I think they might bring him back for All Stars.
Maybe that's it.
I don't think as much as they say that this season like, you know, was a redemption season. Despite them all being potential all-star candidates to come back, I don't know that if they do have an all-star season that they will ask any of these people back, but we'll see.
No, probably not. They'll probably do like I could see them doing John and Emmett. Emmett might not do it again. Sarah Hanlon for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's like pretty Ramsey, maybe you save for the finale or for the big all stars.
Yeah.
So
Ramsey deserves a second chance. He deserves.
Well, that's why, like, why didn't he go back this time?
The Sens just scored. Go Sens, go! I'm just watching the replay.
Yeah, we're just looking at your hair.
Yeah, I'm watching. For anybody that's not Canadian, I'm watching the Sens play right now. That's why I'm in my jersey tonight. But yeah, so to me the finale this year was just kind of like it peaked and then it went flat down for me after that. I watched it with my best friend that was up visiting too, that has no idea like what's going on in the Big Brother world. So like the entire time that I was watching Big Brother with her, I was like trying to explain to her what Big Brother was. It was kind of funny because once she finally got the hang of what it was, pretty much the show was over. So anyway,
are you happy with this season?
I am. I really enjoyed this season. It goes down as I think hands down one of the best seasons of Big Brother, and I think that they did a great job with the comps. Oh my god, the comps were amazing.
Yeah.
For the finale, right? I was flabbergasted by how much thought went
into the production was. Yeah, it was really good. I have to read you something. Big Brother Ant is yelling at me to read something to you.
What is he?
Everyone is connected via Reality Rally. The U.S. hashtags were invited at host guests were invited at Reality Rally.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He said, "Okay." I think he's watching. I'll just be the communicator between the two of you. I mean, you could totally go do this yourself and look at him.
I just concentrate when we're talking on looking at you, but
good.
Yeah, you're like the commenter of what's going on in the chat room.
I'm a moderator.
What was I going to say? Big Brother Ant, thank you for your input. I did not know that they got invited at that event, but so all the power to them. I know that they're connected in that they do podcasts together sometimes, and they meet at these reality events, and also at Big Brother 18 or Big Brother 19. They'll meet at the finale if some of the Canadian house guests go down or whatever. But I guess
I like that even though these people walk down the street and nobody knows who they are, but the people that do know who they are, they're little minor celebrities, and it's a real community. They really let people into this community, and once you're in, the family just grows and grows and grows, and people come and go, and whatever. I was surprised not to see what's her name? Oh my goodness, she's so pretty. She was friends with that girl, Sabrina.
Rochelle.
She wasn't there and stuff, but you can't always it's not cheap to fly to Toronto and stay, and I'm sure Big Brother Canada can't put everybody up, so.
Yeah, I think from what I follow on Twitter or on Rochelle's Twitter, she's in school right now, so I think that's what kept her. But
it really is a community, and they seem to be all friends, and I don't know, I am still into the, I said, Phil and Kelsey world. It's been a year. I'm so happy they're still together. I think they're so cute. I really do. I feel kind of bad for Jared, to be honest. What the hell happened to Jared? He just kind of came and he's the Sabrina of the group. He's just bye, I did this thing and I never will talk about it again. What happened there? I want to know. Well, never. I could have asked her. I could have tapped her on the shoulder and said, "Why did you and Jared break up?"
Can you imagine how awkward that would have gotten?
Oh my gosh, she's holding hands with her man.
I'm sure he knows, but if I had been there with you, we would definitely would have gotten pictures with them.
Well, and then I found out that what's her name was there too. Oh my god, I can't remember their names. She was locked in that room with her for the weekend. She's black. She's really pretty, really skinny. Wore a hat all the time.
Oh, Olivia.
Yeah, her. She was there too. They were all together, and I'm telling you, they had amazing bodies. I like men, and Phil looked great, but these women had banging bodies to the point where the person beside me was like, "Whoa." They just looked like celebrities. Canadian celebrities.
Yeah, I think they are, personally, but that is the life we live, my friend, being Big Brother super fans.
That's right.
What else do you have to add about finale? Anything? I
can't believe I'm so I liked it. I'm sad. Who won out of you and me?
Oh, I won by a landslide because Kevin.
Oh, right. Kevin was on your team.
Kevin and Demetres, totally won me the end. And then if we did it like we did last season, where you get points for first, second, and third.
Yeah, you won.
I won.
Well, that's
Yeah,
good. It was a fun game. I'm glad I felt like I was in it this year because I was very strategic. This year I took it very seriously more than I ever have. I didn't win.
this year you had this year you had so many players left, and then that triple took out like
Yeah,
3 of your players. That's what happened.
yeah.
So, and then I just had the comp beast, like between Demetrius and Kevin, like I had the comp beast on my team. So it really helped having those two guys left and having them like winning out to the end. So happy with that at those results. Dennis is like, I can't believe you won. You had like 3 people left for like the majority of the season. And I did. So I was happy.
See, and you're so disappointed, but you don't have to be. Apparently, according to Big Brother Ant, he would have beat us both.
maybe next year you can tune into our podcast, Big Brother Ant,
Yeah, you'll get your own
and tell
little
us.
section, and we'll make you your own like section.
Yeah, we'll
Why
make
would
you
you
your
do
own.
Big Brother twice a year? Well, it's Canada. You can't lock them in there in the winter.
It's true. Well, we did because we started our Big Brother like when it's
It's
still winter.
February, right?
Yeah,
March, April, May. Oh my lordy, they've been in there forever.
I
Must be
know.
so happy to be out. I saw
Yeah,
like Ika on Snapchat, like it was like Dimitri's like hanging out a window or eating a sandwich, and I was like, God, it must be so nice just to be out of the house, like to be like on your own and not have everything recorded.
and have their bacon dates. That was so cute. Every night in the house, they would have their bacon dates. Well, according to the latest Snapchat that I watched before coming on, Demetrius was meeting and family.
We'll see how long this goes. I wish them the best.
We'll see. You never know.
You never know. And he is one fine piece of man, and she is one fine looking lady.
Yes, they are. They are an attractive couple, to say
And
the least.
she looked phenomenal at finale. She looked beautiful.
Both of them are stunning.
You know who didn't look beautiful? Dylan. Why are you wearing an outfit that looks like it's like you're busting at the seams? You look like the Incredible Hulk. You can find that. There's tailors.
Oh my goodness, Lindsay, that's
It's true. He like literally looked like the guy. No, I'm not even gonna say that because what if my mother was watching? I'm just saying like he looked like the night after.
Yeah. And then the whole Dylan and Emily pretending they're engaged thing was kind of bogus, but
Ugh, she's weird. I don't know. I felt kind of bad too that like they spent so much time focusing on the jury's reactions when so many good people were like not technically on the jury, but like you've got Cass, Gary, like you had some good people over there and like the riffraff. I don't know. Anyway,
yeah.
it was a great season. I'm sad to see it's over. When does US start?
I think it starts in July. Big Brother Ant can correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm sure he will. He's very good at telling. Whoa, we don't cover BBUK. Melissa, I think, watches it. I do not. He said Ika is the queen of the side boob. I love Emily. Oh, he said that like if we made a little spot for him on the sheet, he would call it his own ant farm.
That's
That's
hilarious.
funny.
That's
Anyway,
actually
well, yeah, it was a good season. So
it was. I think that wraps up our breakdown though for this season though, because I am all talked out of it, to be honest with you. And I had so much to say and it's all escaped me at this point in my brain like
you look a little bit tired.
a wee bit. But no, it was a great season. I enjoyed everybody that came and tuned in with us every week that
Yes,
tuned in.
we appreciate all of you.
And we will be back for Big Brother 19 for sure. So stay tuned. We will, anything we have to talk Big Brother, we'll be posting on our Twitter. And we will see you when next season starts for our fantasy draft.
Bye, guys. Thanks for tuning in.